Hey everybody, Flip and Danny here, founders of the Freedom Real Estate Group family of companies, and welcome to another episode of our podcast, which is called
Freedom Through Passive Income.
There we go.
I'm just changing it up.
Got a little jingle there. Today's episode is why people work with us. The one big thing. Hey, is that a fat joke?
OMG.
Come on, I had to fit that in there. Get it? Fit that in there?
All right, so the story behind this episode is I was reading an article, and the article was talking about the one big thing. There should always be the one big thing that you do as an individual or as a company or as an organization that attracts people and is the one reason why they align with you, they work with you, it's it. It carries across everything that you do. And I just thought, I wonder what that is. What is our one big thing? Mm-hmm. So I posted in our Google Workspace, and I asked the team, and I said, hey, I'm looking to answer this question. What is it that we do, the one thing that we do really well that people are attracted to, and they stay with us and they work with us because of that thing? Mm-hmm. The answer that kind of won the award, because we've got a few we're going to talk about, but the answer that won the award was simplicity. And they said that everything that we do in terms of even explaining things, like just this last episode, I said a word that even I was just like, is that the right word? And it's just funny because
I'm not the right person to ask that question.
We don't use big, crazy jargon unless it's real estate related, and then we define it, right? Mm-hmm. And we make it as simple as possible. I was even in Aaron's office the other day. Mm-hmm. You were actually with me, yeah. And we were talking about this, complicated, numbers thing. And I just said, I'm really good at making things simple because I want to be able to understand it, and I want to be able to explain it easily and not confuse the other person, because a confused mind says no.
That's right.
There's a reason why people listen to us and our non-4-syllable words, and there's a reason why they don't go listen to the person that's detailed and drives into every single little thing and just talks above your head. There's people that won't listen to us because of that, right? Mm-hmm. They want to be listening to that other person. So we attract people who are like us, and they like things simple, and they like to understand them and feel good and confident about them. That's the same way we are. So simplicity is the big one thing that we learned. Is why a lot of people are, here. And so thank you. We're going to continue doing it, because I'm telling you, when people pitch me things and I go, I don't understand it, and therefore I'm not investing, I expect you to say the same thing to us. Yep. If we confuse you, you shouldn't invest. Yep. And so we have to keep it simple.
And this even goes down to our pay structures in our office.
Yes.
Because the more confusing a pay structure is, somebody's taking advantage of that situation. Yeah. So whenever I get a pay structure, and this was many years ago, we were working for a different company, and I'm like, I don't understand how I get paid, so I know I'm getting screwed somehow.
That's right.
And so it even comes down to that. So we make sure everything's as simple as possible and everyone understands everything.
Yes. Okay, the next one that I have on here was secondary, but it was just trust and authenticity. Mm-hmm. You're going to talk about the next one deals with authenticity, but people have communicated to our team that they really like who we are as people, and that they feel like we're genuine, we're authentic, we're transparent, we'll answer every question under the sun, and we're just going to be who we are, like us or don't. And so I think that plays into really all of it. It's really good. Like everything on here really played into one big thing, but I'll let you talk about number 3.
Yeah, we're real people.
Yep.
We're down to earth, and you just said like us or don't.
Yeah.
That's fine. And it's funny because, gosh, 20 years ago, I'm like, oh, please like me.
Me too.
Now I'm just like, I don't care. So we are who we are. We're not going to apologize for that. And it's we love what we're doing, and we don't hold anything back, and we just do what we do.
And I love the people that we're attracting because of it, because it is people who are like us, as opposed to the people who are hard for us to talk to, because they do want things that we're just like, hey, you're making it too complicated, and I don't, that's not how we work. Yep. And even to the extent of, I used to be afraid to be like, we're going to be in a video, we better, dress up and look nice and prim and proper, and if we make a mistake, we better re-record. Yeah. And now we're like, shorts, t-shirts, baseball hats, it doesn't even matter. Yeah. It's just, and I think there's just a component to that I relate to when I watch other people as well.
Yep.
So cool. All right. The fifth one, I think this is number 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is number 4.
Jeez.
Aligned interests. So another thing that got brought up is that we always do our best job to align our interests with our investors. There's not a competing thing. If we're winning, you're winning. If you're winning, we're winning. And we try and do that across the board. And a perfect example is a recent podcast that I did with Keith Weinhold. It was about property management. And we talked about the fact that we're always talking to our clients and asking them, what can we do better? What do you think about this? Because we'll be brainstorming it all the time. And we changed our property management leasing fee structure, because when you charge a leasing fee, it's because a tenant left. Now the owner has a vacancy, likely has turn expenses, so they're getting no income and it's costing them money because somebody just left. And now the property management company is getting a fee for it. So why wouldn't the property management company like it when tenants leave? Because they get a fee to lease it up, and sometimes an oversight fee to manage the turn. So it's very much in the property management company's interest for somebody to leave, but it hurts the owner. And so what we did is we had that conversation. We said, well, how can we shift this? Well, we no longer charge leasing fees. So when the owner is hurting, property management is hurting too, because they're not collecting rent, and they're not getting that property. I don't even think we charge property management fees while the property is vacant. I have no idea. I like being out of it, and not knowing everything all the time. But I think we've even changed that. But what I do know is we changed it to, we don't get a lease fee when the property is vacant. What we do get is a lease renewal fee. The property management company is now encouraged to keep the tenant there so that they get a $250 fee. The tenant stays, the owner's still getting rent. Owner didn't have a turn expense. And I know that we've talked about anniversary gifts for the tenants too, to just encourage them, hey, we really care about you. You mean a lot to us. And their anniversary gifts are like something that improves the property. So it helped the owner too. So we're always thinking about things like that. Aligned interests are super, super important to us.
And the last thing is experience. We even started a coaching program like maybe 2-3 years after we started in real estate.
Yeah.
Now, when we started that coaching program wasn't on multifamily or on syndications. It was on what we were doing.
Yes.
We were out there hitting the road. We were telling people, well, here's what we're doing. Here is what's working on the road now. And now, as we've gotten more experience, we just keep sharing that experience. We're not talking about how to take down a commercial retail mall.
Yeah, right.
That we don't know how to do.
No.
I don't want to know how to do that.
I don't want to know how to do that either.
So anyway, but it's our experience, and we share experience, good and bad.
Yeah.
So it's that's also one of the reasons why people like working with us.
Yes. So what's the one big thing that you can do to start? It's connect with us. And Flip's going to tell you how.
That's right. Right down here, freedomcapitalinvestments.com. Go over to our website and you can join our investor club. And why?
Because that's where we have all of our communications that are private and not public. And you're going to get deals that the public can't see. I mean, this is all, I know I was being goofy, but you're going to see deals that we can't advertise publicly. So that's the number one reason.
So it's not on the social media groups.
Yes, not in the social media groups. So definitely join us, and you're just going to get different kinds of communications that other people don't get.
Right. But now we still have the social media groups. We have the group on Facebook and LinkedIn. We're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, TikTok, and whatever. But in those groups is our team. That's where you can ask them questions as well. So make sure you check out those groups. Make sure you check out YouTube, subscribe to our channel. And if you're listening on any of the podcast platforms, 5-star reviews if you deem it necessary. But make sure you let us know how we're doing. Let us know if you have any questions or comments or suggestions.
Yes.
But we always end all of our episodes with
invest smart,
live happy. Bye, everybody.
Nothing on this show should be considered specific, personal, or professional advice. Please consult an appropriate tax, legal, real estate, financial, or business professional for individualized advice. Opinions and information on this show are not guaranteed. All investment strategies have the potential for profit or loss, y'all.